Hey there! If you love breathtaking landscapes, stunning coastlines, and diverse cultures, you're in for a treat. Today, we're counting down the top 10 most beautiful countries in the world. Whether you're into majestic mountains, crystal clear beaches, or cities full of history and charm, these countries have it all. So, let's dive in and explore the beauty of the world, one country at a time. Let's take a journey to New Zealand, one of the most stunningly beautiful countries on the planet. If you're someone who loves nature and outdoor adventures, New Zealand will feel like a paradise. Picture towering mountains, crystal clear lakes, rolling green hills, and some of the most breathtaking coastlines you'll ever see. One of the things that really makes New Zealand special is its sheer diversity in landscapes. On the South Island, you have the Southern Alps, where snow-capped peaks rise dramatically above glacial lakes. If you've ever seen the movie The Lord of the Rings, you already know how epic the scenery here can be. And if you're into hiking, the famous Milford Track is one of the world's best, offering incredible views of Fiordland National Park. But it's not just about mountains and fjords. New Zealand's North Island has its own magic. You've got geothermal wonders like Rotorua, where you can see bubbling mud pools and experience Maori culture. And if you're more of a beach person, places like the Bay of Islands and Coromandel Peninsula are perfect for relaxing or exploring hidden coves and sandy shores. And let's talk about the people. The Kiwis, as New Zealanders are affectionately known, are some of the friendliest, most welcoming people you'll ever meet. There's a real sense of community here, and they take pride in their land, which is why conservation and sustainability are so important to them. New Zealand is also a haven for thrill seekers. If you're into adventure sports, this is the place to be. You can go bungee jumping in Queenstown, skydive over some of the most incredible landscapes, or even explore caves lit by glowworms in Waitomo. What really stands out about New Zealand is how untouched and pristine the nature feels. You can drive for hours and not see another soul. Just endless beauty stretching out in every direction. It's one of those places that feels like an escape from the rest of the world. So, whether you're an adventurer, a nature lover, or just someone looking to experience pure, unspoiled beauty, New Zealand is a country that will leave you in awe. Let's talk about Italy. It's no surprise that Italy makes it to this list. It's one of those countries that seems to have everything. Whether you're a fan of history, art, food, or natural beauty, Italy checks all the boxes. First of all, the landscapes in Italy are breathtaking. You've got the rolling hills of Tuscany, the dramatic cliffs of the Amalfi Coast, and the serene waters of Lake Como. Each region has its own unique charm, and honestly, you could spend a lifetime exploring the beauty of this country. And then there are the Italian Alps in the north, perfect for anyone who loves mountain views and outdoor adventures. Of course, we can't talk about Italy without mentioning its cities. Rome, for instance, is like walking through a giant open-air museum. From the Colosseum to the Pantheon, every corner of Rome is steeped in history. It's almost surreal to think you're standing in the same places where ancient Romans once lived. And then there's Venice. This floating city is like nowhere else in the world, with its winding canals, bridges, and stunning architecture. It's magical, especially when you experience it at sunset. And let's not forget Florence, the birthplace of the Renaissance. The art and culture here are unmatched, with masterpieces from Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Botticelli housed in world-class museums. The Florence Cathedral, with its iconic dome, is another sight that will take your breath away. But Italy isn't just about its cities. The food alone is enough to make you fall in love with this country. Whether you're savoring pizza in Naples, pasta in Bologna, or gelato on a sunny day in Rome, the cuisine is rich, flavorful, and crafted with care. Every meal feels like a celebration of life. Italy is one of those places that stays with you long after you've left. It's a country where every moment feels special. Whether you're gazing at ancient ruins, enjoying a glass of wine in a vineyard, or simply strolling through a charming piazza, Italy's beauty is timeless. And once you experience it, you'll understand why people keep coming back. Let's talk about Japan. This country It's truly a unique blend of ancient tradition and cutting-edge modernity, and it's no wonder it ranks as one of the most beautiful countries in the world. What makes Japan stand out is the sheer diversity of its landscapes. You've got the stunning snow-capped peaks of Mount Fuji, one of the most iconic symbols of Japan. But then you also have serene bamboo forests, peaceful temples, and the beautiful coastlines that stretch along the islands. It's a country where nature and culture blend seamlessly. If you visit in spring, you can't miss the cherry blossoms. These delicate pink flowers blanket cities and parks in such a magical way. The sight of them in places like Kyoto, with temples and shrines as the backdrop, is like stepping into a postcard. And in autumn, the maple leaves turn vibrant shades of red and orange, giving you a completely different but equally breathtaking experience. Then there's the cities. Tokyo, for example, is a city like no other. It's fast-paced, vibrant, and full of neon lights, but at the same time, you can find quiet gardens and centuries-old temples hidden between skyscrapers. It's a city where you can experience traditional tea ceremonies one moment and then explore cutting-edge technology the next. Speaking of tradition, Japan's cultural heritage is something else entirely. The temples and shrines scattered across the country are not just beautiful, they're also places of deep historical significance. Kyoto, in particular, is home to some of the most stunning temples and Zen gardens you'll ever see. There's something incredibly peaceful about walking through these spaces, feeling connected to Japan's ancient past. And we can't talk about Japan without mentioning its food. From the freshest sushi to steaming bowls of ramen, the culinary experience here is world-class. Food in Japan is like art, both in the way it's prepared and presented. In short, Japan is a country that leaves a lasting impression. Whether you're drawn to its natural beauty, its vibrant cities, or its deep cultural traditions, it's a place that stays with you long after you leave. Alright, let's talk about a country that looks like it's been pulled straight from a fairy tale: Norway. If you're a nature lover, this place will absolutely blow your mind. Norway is often called the land of the fjords, and once you set your eyes on its stunning landscapes, you'll see why. The Norwegian fjords are famous worldwide. Imagine dramatic cliffs towering over crystal-clear waters. Places like the Geirangerfjord and Krafjord are simply breathtaking. Whether you're cruising through them by boat or hiking around, these natural wonders are something you have to experience in person. And then, there's the Northern Lights. Yes, Norway is one of the best places in the world to witness this magical natural phenomenon. If you head north to places like Tromsø or the Lofoten Islands, you can see the sky light up with brilliant colors during the winter months. It's one of those experiences that will stay with you forever. Norway's beauty doesn't stop at its nature. The cities, like Oslo and Bergen, have a unique charm, blending modern architecture with rich Viking history. Oslo, the capital, is known for its green spaces and contemporary museums, while Bergen is your gateway to the fjords, with its colorful wooden houses and vibrant waterfront. Norwegians also have a deep respect for nature, and the country ranks high in terms of sustainability. Whether you're exploring the rugged wilderness or relaxing in a cozy cabin, Norway offers an incredible balance between adventure and tranquility. So, if you're seeking inspiring landscapes, natural wonders, and a serene atmosphere, Norway definitely deserves a spot on your travel list. Now, let's talk about Australia. If you've ever dreamed of visiting a country where nature feels limitless and the landscapes are truly diverse, then Australia should be at the top of your list. It's a land where you can go from pristine beaches to rugged outback deserts, lush rainforests, and even snow-capped mountains all in one country. One of the first things that comes to mind when you think of Australia is, of course, the Great Barrier Reef. This natural wonder is the largest coral reef system in the world, stretching over 2,300 kilometers. The crystal-clear waters and vibrant marine life make it a dream for divers and snorkelers. It's one of those places that you have to see to believe. Pictures just don't do it justice. And then there's the outback. The sheer vastness of it is awe-inspiring. Uluru, or Ayers Rock, is probably the most iconic symbol of the Australian outback. Standing in front of it, especially at sunrise or sunset when the colors shift across its surface, is a humbling experience. It's not just a rock, it's a place deeply connected to the history and culture of the Aboriginal people. But Australia isn't all wild landscapes. The cities here are equally impressive. Take Sydney, for example, with its stunning harbour, the Sydney Opera House, and the Sydney Harbour Bridge. It's a perfect mix of urban life and natural beauty. And then you have Melbourne, known for its vibrant art scene, great coffee, and charming laneways. Each city has its own unique vibe, making Australia an exciting place to explore. And let's not forget the wildlife. Kangaroos, koalas, wombats. Australia has some of the most unique and fascinating creatures you'll ever see. Whether you're visiting a wildlife park or catching a glimpse of these animals in their natural habitat, it's an experience that's hard to find anywhere else. Australia is a country where nature and modern life coexist in the most beautiful way. Whether you're looking for adventure, relaxation, or a bit of both, Australia offers it all. It's a place that leaves a lasting impression, no matter which part of it you choose to explore. Now, let's talk about Canada, one of the most breathtaking countries you'll ever visit. If you're a fan of wide open spaces, stunning landscapes, and a bit of adventure, Canada is the place for you. It's the second largest country in the world, so you can imagine the diversity in its natural beauty. From snow-capped mountains to lush forests and crystal-clear lakes, Canada really has it all. Let's start with the Rocky Mountains. These towering peaks stretch across British Columbia and Alberta, offering some of the most dramatic landscapes you'll ever see. Whether you're hiking in the summer or skiing in the winter, the Rockies are a playground for outdoor enthusiasts. And if you want to capture that picture-perfect moment, head to Lake Louise. The turquoise waters against the backdrop of the mountains, trust me, it's a view you won't forget. But Canada isn't just about the mountains. Head to the east, and you'll find Niagara Falls, one of the most famous natural wonders in the world. The sheer power of the water cascading over the cliffs is both humbling and exhilarating. You can take a boat tour to get up close, or enjoy the view from the observation decks. It's stunning from any angle. If you're into wildlife, Canada doesn't disappoint. You've got grizzly bears, moose, whales, and even the elusive northern lights. Imagine standing in the Yukon, looking up at the sky as the aurora borealis dances above you. It's one of those bucket list experiences that makes you feel like you're part of something truly magical. But it's not all about nature. Cities like Vancouver, Toronto, and Montreal offer a blend of modern culture, fantastic food, and vibrant art scenes. Each city has its own unique vibe, whether it's the multicultural energy of Toronto, the laid-back charm of Vancouver, or the European feel of Montreal. There's something for everyone. Canada's beauty isn't just about the landscapes, it's also in the people. Canadians are known for being friendly and welcoming, making your travel experience that much better. Whether you're hiking in the Rockies, exploring vibrant cities, or chasing the northern lights, Canada will leave you in awe. Let's take a moment to appreciate Greece. If there's one country that perfectly captures the essence of beauty, history, and culture, it's Greece. This country has something truly magical about it, and it's no wonder why travelers from all over the world dream of visiting. Now, when you think of Greece, the first thing that probably comes to mind is its incredible islands. Places like Santorini and Mykonos are famous for their whitewashed buildings, blue-domed churches, and jaw-dropping sunsets. Imagine standing on the cliffs of Santorini, watching the sun dip below the horizon, tainting the sky in shades of orange and pink. It's a view that you'll never forget. But Greece isn't just about its islands. The mainland is equally stunning. Take Athens, for example. This ancient city is home to the Acropolis, where you can see the Parthenon standing tall against the sky. Walking through Athens, you'll feel the weight of history all around you, but at the same time, you'll also experience a vibrant, modern culture that's full of life. If you love nature, Greece won't disappoint either. The landscape here is incredibly diverse. From the rugged mountains of Meteora, with monasteries perched on top of towering rock pillars, to the lush forests and pristine beaches of Crete, there's no shortage of natural beauty. And let's not forget about the food. Greek cuisine is famous worldwide, and for good reason. Whether you're enjoying fresh seafood by the sea, a classic Greek salad with locally grown olives and feta, or a piece of baklava dripping with honey, the flavors are as rich and vibrant as the country itself. In short, Greece is a place where ancient history meets stunning landscapes, where every corner offers something beautiful to explore. It's a country that stays with you long after you've left, and if you haven't been yet, I promise it's worth putting at the top of your travel list. Now, let's talk about Iceland. This country is like something out of a dream. Known as the land of fire and ice, Iceland's dramatic landscapes are unlike anywhere else in the world. It's a place where you can witness nature at its most raw and beautiful. First, let's talk about the incredible glaciers and volcanoes that make Iceland so unique. You can literally stand on ancient ice while gazing at a volcanic eruption in the distance. The Vatnajökull Glacier, Europe's largest, is a must-see. It covers almost 8% of the country and is simply breathtaking, especially if you take a glacier hike or an ice cave tour. But that's not all. If you're a fan of waterfalls, Iceland is paradise. The sheer power and beauty of Gullfoss, also known as the Golden Waterfall, is awe-inspiring. Then there's Seljalandsfoss, where you can actually walk behind the waterfall for a completely different perspective. It's the kind of natural beauty that stays with you long after you leave. One of Iceland's biggest draws is the Northern Lights, or Aurora Borealis. Imagine standing under a dark, starry sky, and suddenly, the heavens light up with dancing greens, purples, and blues. It's one of those experiences we'll never forget, and Iceland is one of the best places in the world to see this natural phenomenon. Iceland's geothermal wonders are equally impressive. The Blue Lagoon is probably one of the most famous spots. You can relax in these warm, mineral-rich waters while being surrounded by lava fields. It's both surreal and incredibly soothing. And if you're into exploring, the Geysir geothermal area will amaze you with its hot springs and erupting geysers. And even though Iceland's nature tends to steal the show, its cities are charming too. Reykjavik, the capital, is full of colorful houses, cool cafes, and vibrant art scenes. Plus, the city's backdrop is stunning. You can see mountains and the ocean all at once. In short, Iceland is a place where you feel completely connected to nature. Whether it's glaciers, volcanoes, waterfalls, or the magical northern lights, this country offers an experience that's truly out of this world. It's no wonder people fall in love with it after just one visit. Now, let's talk about Switzerland, a country that seems like it's straight out of a postcard. If you've ever dreamt of picturesque alpine landscapes, crystal clear lakes, and charming villages, Switzerland is exactly that and more. It's one of those places that takes your breath away the moment you arrive. First, there's the scenery. The Swiss Alps are legendary for a reason. Whether you're skiing down the slopes in winter or hiking through lush green valleys in summer, the views are simply stunning. The Matterhorn, probably one of the most famous mountains in the world, stands tall as an icon of this natural beauty. But Switzerland isn't just about mountains. Its cities are just as captivating. Take Zurich, for example. This city perfectly blends modernity with old-world charm. You can explore its historic old town, visit world-class museums, or just relax by Lake Zurich. And let's not forget Geneva, known for its international organizations and the gorgeous backdrop of the Alps and Lake Geneva. Another thing that makes Switzerland so special is how well it preserves its traditions. If you visit towns like Lucerne or Interlaken, you'll find beautiful wooden chalets, traditional festivals, and a sense of history that's deeply rooted in the culture. And of course, Switzerland is famous for its impeccable quality of life. The cities are clean, transportation runs like clockwork, and the food. Swiss chocolate is in a league of its own, and the cheeses, especially fondue, are an absolute must-try. But what truly sets Switzerland apart is how everything comes together: the mountains, the lakes, the culture, and the quality of life. It's the kind of place where nature and modern living coexist in perfect harmony, making it easily one of the most beautiful countries in the world. Now, let's take a journey to the Maldives, arguably one of the most beautiful countries in the world. If you've ever seen a picture of crystal clear waters, white sandy beaches, and overwater bungalows, chances are you were looking at the Maldives. This place feels like paradise on earth. And once you see it, you'll know why. The Maldives is made up of over 1,000 coral islands, scattered like gems across the Indian Ocean. Each island feels like its own private escape, with turquoise lagoons and vibrant coral reefs that are perfect for snorkeling and diving. Honestly, if you're into marine life, this is one of the best places in the world to explore beneath the surface. The colors, the fish, the underwater world here is just incredible. But what really makes the Maldives stand out is its luxury. The resorts here are unlike anywhere else. Imagine waking up in a villa right above the water, where you can literally step out onto your deck and dive straight into the ocean. It's that kind of experience that makes the Maldives such a dream destination. And the sunsets, they're magical. The sky lights up in shades of pink, orange, and purple. Reflecting on the calm waters, it's the kind of view that makes you stop and just appreciate the beauty around you. One of the things I love about the Maldives is that it's not just for honeymooners or couples. It's also an amazing destination for families, solo travelers, or anyone who just wants to relax and reconnect with nature. Plus, if you're into sustainability, a lot of the resorts are doing their part to protect the environment and keep the islands as pristine as possible. So, whether you're looking for a romantic getaway, an adventure-filled holiday, or simply a place to unwind, the Maldives offers it all in the most stunning setting imaginable. Trust me, it's a place you'll never forget. So there you have it, the top 10 most beautiful countries in the world. From stunning coastlines to towering mountains, each of these countries offers something unique and unforgettable. Which one are you planning to visit next? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more travel inspiration and guide.